What is different about this moment than the redundant displays of performative democracy which have been held so many times before? Campaigns, stump speeches, displays of character that regard winning as an isolated or individual achievement rather than the regard of those who have been chosen by the people to serve, solve, and center the collective voices of our communities through governance. Well, the difference is that today, the cultural context of our country and our city demands our power as a collective voice. This city, perhaps as no other, will set the tenor and tone for other regions across the nation as to how we navigate the instability of our present and craft a vision for a better tomorrow. Even right now, in the shadow of the Capitol, along the languishing meadows of the Mall, there are religious and political representatives from every state within the Union that have descended upon our city, that are performing prayers and praise to God within the limits of their own political aspirations, publicly pronouncing that God continue to bless and protect these yet to be United States for another 250 years.
Talk, Reverend.
But my friends, there is a distinct disparity in this view, one that is easily discernible within the corpus of our shared traditions and histories that continue to adjudicate if all of our citizenry actually have a right to vote and maintain representation, or only those who fight to preserve privilege through taxation. We have gathered today to flip the script, to turn the page and interrogate these prevailing notions of democracy. And while some have descended upon the nation's capital to become extractive and to gentrify already disconsolate communities, to allow our local politics to become perverted by the federal framing of our priorities, we gather here today. Here in the hush harbor of Ward 8, and the sacred ground of this historic religious shelter, among people that have been silenced for far too long and pushed to the margins to make room for classist economic intentions of extractivism. Because our shared values, our shared traditions, and our shared faith grounds us in the praxis of radical communal responsibility. We gather because in the seat of empire, there is always a remnant of believers who cast our hope on a better future for all, rather than aiding the infrastructures that allow the richer to get richer and the poor to become poorer. Far too long, campaigns have been held without the courageous echoes of our collective voices. Far too long, we have heard stump speeches that have been communicated through subversive and surreptitious rhetoric that eventually diminish the voices of those interested in the care, compassion, and construction of affordable housing. The curated characterizations of criminalized youth through curfews, without so much as a plan, possibility, or promise of investments and alternatives for our young people. The cyclical manipulation of corporate interests that continue to price gouge energy or expand development without regard to its impact to families, green space, and the food apartheid that exists in the poorest wards in our city. You ask me why we are here? We are here because speaking truth to power as a mantra has been misaligned, misappropriated, and misunderstood far too long. Power in a democracy has always been held in the agency and interest of the people. So, as a collective voice, as people of faith, as communities fortified by the strength of our ancestors, the stories of our history, and the traditions which feed our hopes, we consecrate this space and this forum as a reclamation of our city. What I'm trying to say, y'all, is this is our city. And the strength and power of this city is and always has been the people. You've heard it said, power to the people. Well, today I say to you, the power is the people. And I know my time is up, but since I'm a Baptist preacher, there's always room for a call and response. So when I say power is, I need to hear you say the people. Power is. Power is. Power is. And together we win.